Hi there. Today we're going to discuss about solar panel placement. How to properly place the solar panel to get maximum solar power output. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell button so that you will not miss any of my future videos regarding solar power, alternative energy, and sustainable living. Okay, so now let's get on to the topic of solar panel placement. How do you properly place the solar panel to get the maximum solar power output? Solar panels have to be placed in direct sunlight so that the rays fall perpendicularly to the panel. If not, you're not going to get the maximum output which your panel can give. So now the angulation. It all depends on where you live. Now let's say you live in the northern hemisphere. I live around 8 degrees north of the equator. So my panel is facing southwards so that in all seasons I will be able to extract maximum solar output. So if you're living in the northern hemisphere, the panel has to face south towards the equator. And if you're living in the southern hemisphere, it has to face north. Now that direction is the east. You can see today is morning and the sun is that side. And if you can see, the roof and the tree is sort of blocking the direct sunlight in the early mornings. So this panel has to be placed in an area of maximal direct sunlight throughout the day. That means no obstacles such as roofs, trees, or anything else blocking. Today is a cloudy day, and if you see here in the west side, we have a few trees as well. That tree especially, that coconut tree, it's going to block the evening sun at around 3 o'clock in the evening. So this panel, it will produce maximum solar power for me at around from 10 o'clock in the morning to 3 p.m. And that incidentally coincides with the maximal solar output throughout the day. If you see, the sun's irradiation is more from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. It's only during this time that you will get maximum solar panel output because the sun is almost straight above. Okay, so if we look at the wiring of this panel, I have a 150 watt panel here. So to have an idea, each of these sub elements have an output of 0.5 volts, and this whole area will give 8.8 amps. So in total I have 4 in this direction and 9 in this direction. So we have a total of 36 sub elements in series. So that will give an output of 18.5 volts at 8.8 amps. So the amperage is determined by this area, and it's not the whole panel's area. So if this one area is blocked, the total amperage of the whole panel will be blocked accordingly. So if 1/4 is blocked, you get quarter output loss. So let's see how this panel is connected. These elements are connected. This bus bar here connects to the output wire on one end, and then it's connected in series to this panel, this element, and this element is connected to this, and likewise it goes in a series like this to this bus bar here, and this bus bar is connecting here to this element. So the connection direction goes like this, comes here, and again goes like this, right? And it's connected to the other one in series like that, and again that side. So in total we have elements in series, but this element is not directly connected to this element. There's no connection from here to here. This one is connected from here to here, and this one is connected from here to here, but there's no connection from these for these elements to the other side. So that's how you get an output of 8 amps and the voltage increases. Okay. Next we are going to see how shade is going to affect the solar panel's output. Now let's take a look at our panel. Here I have a 150 watt panel. Okay. And if you see closely, each of these small squares, this small square gives an output of 0.5 volts and an amperage of 8.8 amps. So with 36 panels, small elements actually in this panel, I'm able to get 18.5 volts and 8 amps. So now this is the tricky part. What happens is, if let's say a small area like this, quarter of the panel is blocked, then your amperage is going to drop by quarter. So even if the whole panel is in the sunlight and just one small area of this sub-element is blocked, as the sun travels through the sky through the day. This is especially useful if you have only one panel and you get very little sun irradiance, like say somewhere at the polar areas. But in places close to the equator, I don't think this will give much output. But anyhow, you can actually increase the solar panel's output by 25 to 30%. Now let's take a look at maintaining and cleaning these panels. Actually, these panels are self-cleaning, so you don't have to do washing or anything. The only problem happens now, because if you are living in a area where there are a lot of birds, there is a chance of having bird droppings. So let's say this small area is blocked with a bird dropping, then relative to this element, the loss of element area, your total panel output will drop accordingly. So let's say 10% is blocked, you get 10% less output. So in those instances only, you'll have to actually come and clean. If not, you just let it outside and the rain and wind will wash it away.